everyone, it's Sharonda from Payroll Waits, and today I'm going to be reviewing American Horror Stories, Season 2, Episode 1, Dollhouse, y'all. Ooh, Ryan Murphy says, you know what, let me tell y'all something. You want to put some respect on my name, okay? Because you dragged my name for Phil. You dragged my name through the mud to hell and back after Season 1 of American Horror Stories, rightfully so. But in Season 2, honey, you're not going to drag me anymore. You're not going to do that. And I was like, Ryan, I am so proud of you. Okay, this is a decent start to Season 2 of American Horror Stories. I have hope, okay? I have hope again that this can actually be something that is good. Keep tying in these backstories because that ended, honey. I wasn't expecting that, but I was here for it. So we find ourselves in 1961 in Mississippi at the Work Toy Company, where we see Dennis O'Hare's character. He is the head honcho who got some screws loose as well. We see that Kobe is in a job interview with him. She is applying to be his secretary. Now, after he done listed her whole resume, I said, now sis, you got this resume and you sitting up here applying for a secretary job. I said the 60s were trash for women, y'all. All of this, and you talking about you gonna be the best secretary. Girl, you need to be doing his job, okay? So we see that she ends up getting denied the position. And I was like, honey, this is a blessing in disguise. But then she ends up she gets drugged and passes out. And then she's taken to this dollhouse and where she meets this other women where essentially she's been entered into a pageant, okay? And so he was like, girl, this is better than getting a job. Well, you in the pageant now. And she said, hold on now. Honey, I didn't sign up for no damn pageant. I was trying to be a secretary, ho. It's bad enough that I even had to apply for a secretary job given my qualifications. I'm overqualified. And then you're gonna put me in a raggedy pageant? How dare you? So she was trying to get out. And you know what's funny? I should have known the ending was coming, because when she saw the guy who like blocked her and then he had like the little hand, I was like, oh. And then when he said like he can't speak, he doesn't have a tongue, I was like, oh, that made me think of Spalding at Coven, played by Dennis O'Hare. I was like, dang, they cut his tongue out too. That's so sad. Should have known that this is gonna have a Coven reference coming in later, but let me not get ahead of myself. So she is basically in this pageant where the women are competing to become his new wife. And so we say, new wife? What happened to the old wife? Child, the old wife said that, you know, he wasn't knocking the walls out like he needed to. So she went and found her new boy toy since he was so busy working on his toy dolls. And so I know I say dolls a little bit different, but that's how we say it in the Midwest. But child, she ended up cheating. And she was knocking the boots, and then he done walked in on her knocking the boots with her boot, and so they took them naked, didn't even let them put no clothes on. They then took them and threw them down the well. And I was like, damn, I know they probably didn't survive that. They couldn't have went well, okay? So now he is doing this pageant. He is auditioning new people for his to be his wife and his son, Otis, who still ain't gonna be ish, ain't gonna never be ish to me. I don't care who he ended up being. Still ain't ish, because I can't get over what he did to Kobe. But we see that they have these like little tricks and stuff. First, that they have to play with Kobe when he comes in, but they have to act like dolls, so they have masks on and stuff. And you know, technically they're not supposed to speak, but then Kobe started doing some weird magic trick. Like the truck started going. I was like, no, baby, how you do that? I tried to rewind it because I was like, dang, did I miss something? Like, was I not paying attention close enough? And then we get introduced to actually one of my favorite characters in this episode. Aurelia wasn't with it, okay? She was like, now hold on, girl, I don't know what hoodoo voodoo stuff that you sitting up here doing with Otis, but girl, there ain't no magic trick talking about my uncle do magic. Beach, what? Even Otis was looking at the truck like, honey, I don't see no batteries. Like how we doing this? Give me the tea. So it really is like, girl, I don't care what you're doing. You're my number one enemy. Baby, she said she was going to win the whole thing, okay? And so we see that they have these other tasks that happen at night where he's like auditioning them on how to be the best wife. So they have the whole thing with the placemat, like how do you do a place setting? And so I was like, okay, girl, yeah, watch Aurelia crazy behind do it. I'm looking at her like, okay, go ahead and copy her. When Aurelia did that swap at the end, I said, no, this hoe gotta go. She gotta go. She gotta go. How you gonna switch it up on her like that? It's her first day. Dang. Girl. I was like, wow, it's really that deep? Do you even really want to be his wife like that? Because I would take the whale any day. They're having to be his wife, okay? So, but I guess that was her fight or flight instinct kicking in. So we also see some other, we see another, child, why am I, actually no, let me talk about Raggedy Otis. So Kobe trying to get in good with Otis. And she makes a pact like, I promise to never leave you, and I can be your best mommy ever if you just tell them to let everybody else go. And so I'm thinking they didn't pinky promise. Like, you can't bring no pinky promise. So I'm thinking Kobe going to, Otis is going to talk to his dad. And then all of a sudden he get cold feet and didn't say nothing. And I was like, no, hold on, Otis, that's not the, you made a pinky promise with Kobe. You can't break no pinky promise, Otis. So that's when I was already like, sir, trash. I don't care, okay? Kids can be trash too. It is what it is, okay? So, what had me like going crazy was when he did the ironing challenge for how to iron a shirt, and they had to make their own like concoction on, I forgot, what do you call that? I haven't used like the little ironing spray since back in the day, but they had to come up with the perfect concoction in order for them to iron and basically fold the shirt. When he told old girl that the shirt smelled like a whorehouse, I said, sir, how you know what a whorehouse smell like, huh? You supposed to be Christian? That's the whole thing. How you Christian? You killing people, drugging people, throwing people down wells, and you sitting up here talking about being a good Christian. People like you to give Christians a bad name, okay? So I was confused just like Aurelia. So Kobe she scorched the shirt, child. And so he told her to put her hand out. So I was like, oh, okay, girl, go ahead and do your magic, girl. Do your magic. Make the iron go hit him. That's what I thought she was finna do. That's what Aurelia was looking like. That's what I was looking like. What's gonna happen? She just sat there and took it. So Aurelia's like, girl, do you have powers or do you not? I thought you talked to Otis Raggedy behind. What's gonna happen? Now, the part that really took me out in this episode is when, Kobe comes up with this plan. And then when they're going to find Aurelia, I'm thinking Aurelia is getting this weapon in order to stab them when they come in for the final challenge. But when she stabbed the little doll that was supposed to be Kobe, and then Kobe sitting up here still trying to get Aurelia on her side, I said, now, no, I would have used my little magic and I would have threw Aurelia out the window. Okay, I don't condone violence. I'm just telling you what I would have did in the situation of TV. But Aurelia had to go. There is no way that you're going to sit and literally try to kill me before my eyes. And I'm going to sit here and try to make peace with you and be like, kumbaya. No. Y'all both should have killed her at that point in time, okay? You should have killed her right then and there because she can't be trusted. Even though, she was about that life trying to win her little dollhouse Hunger Games. But I was just like, it was too much. So they come up with this plan. They're going to be dolls. And when they come in to start the challenge, they're going to sneak out the front door. I said, okay, girl, what else you got to lose at this point? Because clearly two of y'all finna die. So it starts working, okay? And then I'm like, okay, go ahead with your plan. Child, Kobe sitting up here like, we got to go get Otis. I said, F Otis. F Otis. Otis was supposed to make a deal for you a couple of days ago and he didn't come through. Forget Otis. Save yourself, okay? So Aurelia and I think it's, what's her name? Harold? I forgot her name. It's her with H something. Harriet, Harold, I don't know. We knew she was gonna die regardless. So they take off running. I said that's the best decision y'all didn't make the whole episode, okay? So they take off running. Her done behind go to get Otis, okay? So she's talking to Otis. Otis, I said I will never leave you. You gotta come with me, Otis. And so I'm like, boy, if you don't get your ass up and go ahead and go with her so she can go ahead and get out. Child, Otis then zapped her with the little laser thing. And that's when I was just like, you know what, Kobe? Everything that you got coming to you, you deserve it. Because I would have never went back to get that raggedy little kid. Forget him. He didn't even help you when he was supposed to. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is a good play because, she went to go save the son. So that's the signs of a good wife. We see that Ariel's about to kill old girl because she was slowing her down. She was right. Girl, you slowed. You didn't fail 5 times while I was watching this whole sequence. You being loud. Don't leave me. Don't. Girl. Be quiet. So you know what? I don't condone violence. I don't condone death. But in the sake of this TV show, she had to go. She had to go. So before she can kill her, she ends up getting killed. And then he was like, hey, like basically he had bugged the place. And I was like, I mean, it would make sense if he like knew what was happening in the house. It just doesn't, it didn't make sense that like he wouldn't know what was going on. So he tells her she won. So I was like, okay, girl, go ahead then. But then he starts pouring a solution. So then I was like, okay, if there's any time for your voodoo powers to be coming, like now's the time. So she was like, stop, help me. And then the table started shaking, okay? And I started shaking. I said, okay, finally your powers finna kick in. And then it didn't. And I was like, girl, you got the worst powers I done ever seen in my life. But the whole time it never dawned on me that she was a witch. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me. I don't know why I never made that connection. But then we see that she's been turned into this doll and she all stiff with the look because she got the little rubber stuff on her. And so she's serving them. And then all of a sudden these witches come in. And I was like, oh, dang. That's when I was like, you stupid hoe. How you didn't know she was a witch? So that was me talking to myself, not talking to them. But the witch comes in. You're sorry we didn't come here sooner. Your spells were too weak. And I was like, girl, so you wait until they call me. I shook the whole table. Like, you couldn't come in a little bit quicker than where y'all got. But then I was like, how convenient for these witches to pop in and be like, we're witches. Now you can't move. I was just like, I was like, I don't know how I felt about this moment. This was, I was kind of like, okay, y'all. Like, I'm going to keep riding with y'all since we only got like 5 minutes left. But this feels a little too convenient. So the witches come and say today, this is the part that pissed me off, okay? So they broke the little rubber thing off for her, okay? She turns around and says, Otis, I'm still going to protect you. I still want to be your mommy. I said, girl, if you don't F Otis, like, forget Otis. Why are you so hell-bent? Like, I don't care about this kid. Y'all could have thrown this kid out of the window. I am never forgiving him, okay? So her dumb behind take Otis raggedy behind, and then the witches set them on fire. And so then she goes to the school. We see her talking to Otis raggedy behind, and she was like, you know, do you want a new name? And he was like, yeah, like, let's do Spalding. And I was like, Spalding? And then we see a young Myrtle come out with the glasses. And I was just like, oh my goodness. But then I'm like, it's Spalding. And it's so crazy because, you know, Dennis O'Hare played him in Coven. And then like the little references that we had throughout the episode that kind of kept reminding me about Coven. And then for him to be the kid, and then that makes sense why he turned Madison Montgomery into a doll. Like, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. And I was just like, okay. That reveal at the end of the episode, that's what sent me over. And I was like, y'all got me on board for American Horror Story Season 2. I really like what they did there. Honestly, they could do a whole season just going into certain characters' backstories and having that turn into a like that's how the season's gonna be. I'm totally okay with that, for them using this to flesh out side characters that we've seen. Let me know if you think Kobe has something to do with Freak Show. I feel like she's related to Freak Show in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I could just be making it up. That could just be me. But the ending got me. I was like, wow. But then I was like, well, how Spalding end up looking so raggedy? Like, he seemed like a nice young kid. Like, I still need a little bit more on what happened. But I was just like, that was really dope. Like, the fact that Spalding collected all of these dolls when he turned Madison, like, it all made sense at this point in time. So I was just like, overall for me, the episode started off a little shaky because I was kind of just like, where are we going with this? But after we see the connections of Coven, the best season, now I'm kind of like, I'm on board. Ryan. I really like this episode. Everything looks nice as usual. Production, costumes. I do like that the writing, like, I do like that we had characters like Aurelia, who is just like, that's probably how it would be. Once again, I don't condone violence, but I'm just saying, like, if it's me or you, it's got to be me. But I really like this episode. I'm really interested to hear what all of you thought of this week's episode. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that every episode this season is going to tie in to a character from previous American Horror Story seasons? I don't know. I will be excited if that is what happened, but I guess we have to wait to see and find out. But those are my thoughts on American Horror Story Season 2, Episode 1, Dollhouse. As always, my name is Sharonda from Payroll Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again.